Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a process you probably see every single day, but maybe haven't thought much about. We're talking about the magic of turning a digital file into a real, physical, embroidered design. Yeah, we're going from pixels to actual stitches.
So think about it. You've definitely seen it, that super crisp professional logo on a polo shirt or a cool detailed patch on a backpack. But have you ever stopped to wonder how exactly a flat image from a computer screen gets recreated so perfectly with thread? Well, that's what we're going to break down.
The entire journey, from start to finish, really boils down to this one simple idea. It's a transformation from art into thread. See, here's the thing you have to understand. An embroidery machine can't see a picture. You can't just show it a JPEG of your company logo and expect it to start sewing. It needs a very special set of instructions, a completely different language that tells its needles exactly where to go, what kind of stitch to use, and when to switch colors.
And that brings us to the absolute core of our topic. What is this process of creating that special language actually called?
There it is. The official term is embroidery digitizing. And I want you to pay close attention to that word art in the definition. This is so important. This is not some simple automated file conversion you do with one click. It's a true craft that requires skill, precision, and an artistic eye to get it right.
This right here is probably the best way to think about it. The digitizer is a human expert, a specialist, who acts as a translator between the original designer's vision and what the machine can physically do. They're essentially programming the machine on how to paint that picture, but their medium, it's thread.
Okay, so how does this translator, this artist, actually do their work? Well, it generally breaks down into a pretty clear three-step process that's all about ensuring quality from the very beginning to the very end.
First, you have to prep the artwork. Then comes the main event, digitizing it in special software. And finally, you have to test and adjust till it's absolutely perfect. So let's jump into that first step.
Step 1 is all about building a strong foundation. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out? It has never been more true than it is here. You just can't get a great embroidery from a blurry, low-res image. A digitizer cleans up the art, might simplify some colors, and most importantly, they figure out if the design is even suitable for embroidery. Some things, like super tiny text or smooth gradients, look great on a screen, but are basically impossible to recreate with a needle and thread.
Now this is where the real magic happens. Using highly specialized software, the digitizer manually traces the entire design. But they're not just drawing lines. They are meticulously plotting the path for every single stitch. They're deciding on stitch types, like a sleek satin stitch for lettering, or a textured fill stitch for bigger areas. They're setting the direction of the stitches to mimic light and shadow, and the density to make sure it covers properly, all while thinking about the exact type of fabric it's going on. A design for a thin t-shirt is totally different from one for a thick canvas bag.
Okay, so the file's done. Time to go, right? Nope, not even close. You never just assume it's perfect. A professional digitizer will always run a test sample. It's often called a sew-out. This is their chance to see exactly how that digital file translates to real-world fabric. They can catch problems like the thread pulling the fabric too tight or colors not lining up, and then they go back into the software to tweak it. This step is absolutely critical for quality control.
So that's the whole technical process. But why does it matter so much? Let's take a quick look at where you actually see the results of all this hard work out there in the wild.
Honestly, it's everywhere. It's what gives company uniforms that polished, high-end, professional look. It's used on all those promotional hats and tote bags that need to be tough and last a long time. And of course, it's perfect for personalized gifts, creating this tangible quality feel that you just don't get from a print. It really elevates the look and feel of any product it's on.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. When it comes to branding, embroidery sends a message of permanence and quality that a simple print can't always compete with. And as we've just seen, all of that precision comes directly from the skill of the digitizer. But hey, this craft is not standing still. So what's next? Let's take a quick peek at the future of stitches. Of course, technology is always pushing the envelope. As the software gets more powerful and the embroidery machines themselves get more advanced, the level of detail and complexity you can achieve is just constantly increasing. It's opening up all these new, amazing creative possibilities.
And what's really interesting is what this means for the people involved. The demand for that human expert, that skilled digitizer who can bridge the gap between art and machine, is actually growing. As more and more brands want to stand out with high-quality stuff, the value of this skill set is only going up.
So the next time you see a stitched logo on a jacket or a cap, you'll get it.
You'll know about the incredible mix of art and technology that brought it to life. It's not just a click of a button, it's a dedicated craft. So now that you know the secret behind the stitches, what will you create?